Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Katie and today I'm going to show you some of the rereads that I want to do in the year 2016. One of my bookish resolutions of 2016 is to reread books that I want to reread, hopefully maybe one a month. Now I don't have 12 books on this rereading TBR, if you will, but some of these books are series, so I'm hoping that once I reread the first one, maybe I'll want to continue on with the series, and that will suffice for my rereading one book a month. Now, I do have to say that I have already completed this reread challenge for January. I reread Catching Fire as a part of my Winter Biannual Bibliothon TBR, and that was really exciting, and it's actually kind of what sparked this whole reread throughout 2016 challenge. So this is a lot of rambling, let's just get into it. So one of these series that I want to reread during the year 2016 is the Gemma Doyle trilogy, starting off with A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. This is a paranormally historical fiction novel that takes place in the late 1800s, and it's absolutely fantastic. I read the entire trilogy when I was in high school, and I just remember devouring it and waiting for the last book in this trilogy. Love Libba Bray's writing, absolutely delicious, and I just really want to reread at least this book, if not the whole trilogy, this year in 2016. The next book that I want to reread in 2016 is The Likeness by Tana French. This is an adult mystery novel that takes place in Ireland, and it's actually part of the Tana French sort of Dublin Murder Squad companion series. This is my favorite one of all of them, which every time I say a favorite, it changes, but this is consistently my favorite one. I love Tana French. If you have not picked any of her stuff up, I would highly recommend it. Her characters are just so amazing. She writes characters like no one I have ever read before, and you just feel for them, and the mysteries are just insane and really amazing, and you just want so much more of her writing. I flew through this book, but I've actually only read all of her books once, so I want to start rereading her books, starting with this one. The next book that I want to pick up in 2016 is Aragon by Christopher Paolini. I completed this entire series, and there is a rumor that there is a 5th / spin-off series coming out. I don't know when and I don't know how, but I do know that he has said it himself, so hopefully that will happen, and hopefully it will have many of my favorite characters in it. But it's just been a while since I've read this fantasy. This is a very high fantasy, kind of reminiscent of Lord of the Rings, has a lot of those aspects in it, and I just really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people don't like this, but this series is bae. And then I want to pick up the Graceland companion series, but Fire is my favorite, so this is probably the one I will be picking up first. This is a young adult high fantasy series that is absolutely fantastic, by Kristen Kishore, and it's not a series, it's a companion series. So Graceland was the first novel that was released, and this is the second novel that was released, but it takes place at a different time and follows a different main character, and then the last book, Bitter Blue, is the third in the companion series, and I just absolutely loved these. I do want to say that these books are probably one of the first books that got me into high fantasy. I remember picking up Graceland and feeling like so amazed because nothing I'd read have ever felt that way before. I loved the characters, loved the plot, it was so much fun, it was so amazing, and I really want to reread this series this year. The next series that I want to pick up in 2016 for a reread, I don't have them physically with me right now, but I should very soon, and that is the Cart Trilogy by Cornelia Funk. This is a middle grade fantasy novel where the main character figures out she can read characters and things out of books. Absolutely fantastic. I read these all in middle school, and I really just want to reminisce because it was so much fun. And another book I want to reread in 2016 is probably one of John Green books. I'm leaning towards Looking for Alaska because I say that is my favorite John Green book, but I've only actually read all of John Green books I think once, with the exception of maybe Paper Towns, because I buddy read that with one of my friends in high school. And so I just want to reread Looking for Alaska because those books affected me so much during high school, and I just really want to get back into his characters and some of his worlds, and I just want to reread some John Green. Is that too much to ask? No. know. So those are the books that I want to reread in 2016. What are some of the books that you are planning on rereading? Are you a rereader? Do you not usually reread? I tend to reread bits and pieces of books, or I'll start to reread and then set it down halfway through. So I'm hoping to push through and reread these books in 2016. And that is all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Goodbye!